Today's message is going to be for someone that is a healer. You could work in a psych ward, therapy, some type of mental institution. All right, or you're in school. They're also saying you could be someone that's in school, working to get your master's in a certain area. I'm also picking up that may be where you started. Okay, confirmations if that's where you started or that's where you're headed. So some of y'all are starting, like you started off in psychology, you started off in therapy, and you got your PhD, and now you're drawn to spirituality. And so blending like Reiki, quantum physics, just other holistic methods may be something that you're interested in. On the flip hand, this is also confirmation for those of you that have been in the spiritual majority of your life and you feel guided to go get like your PhD to blend what you already know or what you have solid in the spiritual and bring that holistic method into the psychology or the therapy realm. And so those two things is kind of what I'm seeing here, like you being the bridge between science and spirituality or something like that. So confirmations, if that is kind of what you've been getting, downloads, like personal downloads and intuitive nudges to either start going down this path or start going down the other path. And so this message is going to be for both perspectives. So I'm going to try to channel for it as best I can. The message that came out for you, if that's you, we got members only here. Okay. So for some of you, there may be some insight that you need to gather that you'll only be able to retrieve by becoming a member. Okay. They're telling me, you get sworn in or you get oaths or access to certain types of levels of healthcare when you get your PhD. And so being a member, right? Getting your PhD is like being a member of that society. And from that perspective, you have insight and you have intel on how you can tweak something, perfect something that you need, like a key, some type of key to open this door. But it's very sealed tight because it's like members only, degrees only, you know. And for those of you that are coming from the medical side or the spiritual, not the spiritual side, but the professional side of the journey, and you're going into spirituality, there may be like memberships where certain spiritual groups are very still tight and certain spiritual communities do not share what they have acquired. You have to have either ranking or you have to have gone through certain your own personal things on your own journey to even be privy to certain things. So you may be able to see through the bars. You may be able to see in some context, but you're going to have to invest in yourself. And in order to invest in yourself, that means that you may have to pay for memberships. You may have to pay for, you may have to give generously, because those spirits sometimes won't work with you unless you are petitioning them or you are making some type of sacrament. Otherwise, you would be kind of like, it's gatekeeping energy here. So some of you are being asked to gatekeep, especially if spirit communicates to you and a person is not paying for it, a person is not applying themselves. You have to be the gatekeeper of that wisdom. You have to be the gatekeeper of that knowledge, because to expose an ignorant person to something that they're not ready to receive would have a consequence, not just for that person, but for you too. Okay, so as a free agent or someone out here that's doing spirituality, you got to have that type of discernment to see if that person's ignorant or not. Ignorant is just in meaning they know not what they do. Okay. Would you give a child that doesn't know a curling iron is hot, give it to them with it plugged on? No, because they don't know no better. And so you have to take that type of you have to have that type of discernment when it comes to that too. All right, so moving on. So Spirit wants you to know that whatever path that you were on, it seemed like you were on the right one, but as of right now, you've run into some challenges, and they want you to know that it is a better direction that you can take something. Okay, and they want you to start doing that more often, more frequently. All right, let's get into channel messages. All right, so hopefully this is gonna work. Let's try this first. Reach out and touch me. My love is in. All right, so I was getting angel number 1212 and 21. All right, I don't know why, but those are the two numbers that I kept seeing. All right, this is about accessing mystical secrets. All right, something about Scorpio is significant as well. All right, something about a Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio, or this is about a Scorpio. All right, I also saw they have. All right, so this may be in the second house. So second house is Taurus. Scorpio is 8th house. All right, this is like 10th house now. All right, so 10th house is, what's 10th house? That would be your career. Something about balance and duality. You and someone else may balance each other out, because it's giving me where one person is strong, the other person may be weak, and vice versa. The 10th house is definitely confirming for me that Scorpio is other people's money. And Taurus is, this may be saying, I have other people's money. All right, so together you may be meant to. And the way that the message was showing me, it was giving me like career in the metaphysical, and then a career in the spiritual. Okay, so pretty much one person may be in the metaphysical, one person may be in, I don't know why I said metaphysical, I meant to say in the physical. Someone may have their PhD in the physical realm, and you may be gifted, somebody else is gifted in the spiritual realm. Okay. And so whoever's gifted in the spiritual realm, you would help this person get a lot of promotions. Okay. So I'm picking up on promotions, deals. This is also like shared shared resources, so stocks and bonds. And I feel like for the other person, this is for the person with the physical, right? With a degree or some type of professional degree. The other person that's in the spirit, you may have allotted time. So something about allotted time, because really to be in the spiritual, you need to have a lot of time. Time for meditation, time for focus, time for reflection. And so having the allotted time, you're able to not have to worry about the mundane. Okay, so a relationship could be being brought together for spiritual purposes. So one person would provide protection to the spiritual. I heard we could have been. And the other person may provide protection, as in the wealth that's generated. Okay. So there's this light and dark element when these two energies come together. So they're not describing it to me as like a person with a face. They're describing it to me as light and dark energy. Okay. All right, you guys will create some type of wave of change. And it's going to be like, it's not intentions. It's like silent change, right? Silent night. It's like giving silent change. Things that just, when the chemistry is doing what it does naturally, it's not a ripple effect. It just, something will cancel out the other because the opposites are attracting. So something may be happening with trining opposites. So I feel like you're getting some type of reality check. This may be your reality check that you don't have a choice really in what's being brought together, especially if you feel like you had a choice. I'm hearing brought to you by ... So fill in the blank. This is going to be a story brought to you by whatever. All right, and then I heard scratch that. That may be something that you don't want to hear. Like, fuck that. It's giving Sarah. You know, when she was really not trying to listen to whatever she was being told. There's definitely a union being brought together to open doors and to be able to close doors, right? Because when you're not spiritually relying on other people to guarantee your success or to support whatever it is that you're doing, you need to have your stability being maintained so you don't have to rely on other people. All right, you're not meant to be for everybody, and to be that type of spiritual worker, to be that type of spiritual leader, whatever, your purpose in life requires you to have a provider of some sort, whereas like you can be exclusive. Whoever's in this spiritual practice, you're meant to be protected as you remain spiritually exclusive. You're not for everybody. And someone here in the physical their wealth hasn't been multiplied yet, because when they're providing some type of spiritual protection for you, they get blessings multiplied over their life. And so there's, like I said, this yin yang energy. A person has to be willing to invest in themselves to receive your type of services and your type of care, your type of gift. Okay. This seems like only like access you can only acquire through word of mouth, or like who you know. You gotta know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. All right, y'all. Let's wrap up these messages. So right now isn't the time to procreate in children. Right now is the time to multiply in abundance, share resources, but not from your own resources, but from other people's money. All right, let's pull out the tarot deck. You know what? I haven't used this one in a minute. So you struggle or you gripe with the idea of authority figures. And I feel like the reason why you gripe with the idea of authority figures is because your gift has been used before. Your gift has been used before for bad. That's what I'm getting here. So I'm picking up a 5 of Swords energy. I'm also picking up you recently rejecting someone. Yeah, it's like the 5 of Swords energy here. I feel like you're rejecting someone. Because it's like you're rejecting this path or this type of connection. Like you would rather deal with someone that doesn't really compliment you in the way that you need them to in a certain area of your life because you don't like authority. There is someone that compliments you and shares a shared purpose with you, but you're like, no. Like even though you've been told that spiritually, you feel as if the messenger is corrupt. The person telling you that it can't be true, it can't be so. You understand that's not what I want. And if it's not what you want, then you're like, I refuse. So you're rejecting some type of orchestration because you don't trust where it's being orchestrated from. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can say anything. But if it doesn't make you feel good, you literally take it upon yourself. Like, you don't like when outside influences, whether it's spirit, whether it's a systematic thing, because the spiritual realm is very lucid. It's like anyone can set their own intention, and then you'll be operating off of their intention. So you wait for not more confirmation, you wait for the physical manifestation. Okay. And I do feel like you it seems like for a period of time you had to play like you didn't know. You had to play like you didn't know with some. You may have been trying not to let a very egotistical person know that you were on to them. And so you let them make wishes, and it's almost as if you wanted to observe and see how they try to take advantage of your kindness, try to take advantage of you. By starting immediately, they started immediately making wishes. Like, I wish we'd be together. I wish this. And you didn't grant it. But you wanted to see if this person would be greedy enough. You know what I'm saying? To try to know that you are this gifted person and start trying to, like, ask for lottery questions. You know what I'm saying? Or how they would abuse what they know you are. And I'm telling you, this person wasted no time. Yeah, but Papa don't play that. This person wasted no time trying to open doors for themselves, which means they saw you as an opportunity. See? And Papa's like, no, we gatekeep this door. You're a gatekeeper of some type of door. You are a door itself. The sacrifice got to be great enough. And this person definitely hadn't sacrificed shit. And even though you knew this about this person, I feel like you gave them the benefit of the doubt. Not the benefit of the doubt because you didn't know. But the Nine of Swords, it's like you allowed this person to rope themselves. And I don't feel like it's I don't feel like it's your person per se, but I do feel like somebody was masquerading as your person. Okay? Because they couldn't fathom losing out on an opportunity like you. You're a golden fucking egg. You know what I mean? And so they tried to perform some type of manipulation tactic where it's like making you doubt yourself. That's the only way this person knows how to get what they want, is to make you doubt your own intuition and to try to reduce what you know to be true as mere trauma. Like, who hurt you? Because you won't let them have full control or autonomy over you. But they didn't know. You look naive, but it's like you're bait. You look naive, but really, you have a lot of secrets of the universe. And it doesn't have to be these zodiac signs, but you know the right person would be able to have this type of fluidity with you, where it just fits naturally and there's no strife, there's no struggle. So I see this person being made a mockery of, like, damn, how the fuck you fumble that? You know what I'm saying? And they really gonna dread that energy because they feel like people are gonna talk about them and laugh about them because some type of manipulation tactic didn't work on you. Some type of wish they were trying to. It's like they found a genie in a bottle and they wanted to unlock you and grant themselves abundance off of you. They wasted no time. They wasted absolutely no time trying to get all access. This is like someone trying to use you at getting all access pass. And so I see this person being like, you're going to feel so much better. But this person is going to struggle with the idea of not getting what they want, and they're going to act the fuck out and make a fool of themselves. Come into a theater near you. All right, let's get your closing message. Come into a theater near you, honey. No, 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 no. Let's see. Closing messages. Blame. So yeah, this person's gonna play the blame game. Okay, they envious of you. Hold on. Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like you have taken responsibility for your role in the situation, and you've made up your mind, and someone else is just gonna be triggered that you didn't allow them to mind fuck you. Some of y'all pull a them on them. Some of you prioritize your health over other people. And the fact that you were able to even do that to begin with makes them jealous and envious of you. Such is life. That's what I heard. All right, we're moving on. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Bye.